Hey, what is going on, Freezies? So as you all know, Chinese New Year is in full swing right now, and if you are talking to suppliers on Alibaba or any supplier network, you're gonna have a tough time getting the answers that you want from them. Well, luckily for you, most people don't actually know is that there are a ton of ways to talk to manufacturers from different countries, including the US, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and many of those other huge manufacturing hubs. So if you have had trouble finding a supplier now, if you have a product that you want to get into right now, if you're not talking to a supplier, somebody else is. So right now you need to be talking to those suppliers, getting those quotes and getting into place the right prices and the right quotes to be able to launch right as Chinese New Year ends or as soon as possible. Because again, if you are not, somebody else is. The thing about Amazon is it's a huge time game. If you're the first to market, if you're the first one to take advantage of a niche or some kind of product category that doesn't have enough competition, well, you're gonna make a lot of money. If you come into it too late or at the same time as everybody else, well, you're gonna have a lot of trouble, especially now because a lot of those wholesale companies and wholesale manufacturers in China are not allowing people to talk to them. Well, a lot of people are gonna be launching probably the products that you find right as that Chinese New Year ends. So knowing this and being able to source from other countries now is a huge advantage, because while everybody else is stuck and not moving, well, you have the opportunity to get on the market quick and take advantage of the Chinese New Year. So actually make a negative thing into a positive one and really jumpstart your Amazon business and start making passive income, okay? So I'm just on Alibaba country search / continent. Now, as you can see, in Asia, we have India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Japan, Vietnam, and Thailand. In the Americas, you can source from Mexico, Brazil, Colombia, Argentina, right? From a ton of different countries, even Canada. So I didn't even know Canada was here, but you can find manufacturers in Canada. So if you don't know, Alibaba is basically just a marketplace for manufacturers and wholesalers to post up what they produce for, retailers or for companies who want to buy goods in bulk, can just find it here. It's a supplier network, right? So again, in Europe, one of the huge things is that you can actually source things domestically. So if you live in Germany and you want to sell in the German market, well, you're going to actually save a ton of money, because shipping, believe it or not, is very expensive. If you live in Germany and you want to sell, for example, the ShamWow, which is made in Germany, well, it makes a lot more sense to buy it from Germany, because even though the price difference might be a little bit, the fact that you're so close to your manufacturer and you can get that product in so quickly is going to be a huge benefit to you. Or if you live in the United States, sourcing in the United States is a huge benefit, right? And especially if that manufacturer is right beside your house, it could turn out that way. I know people who, live in Kentucky, and right beside them, they have a manufacturer. So if you can take advantage of that and have them make a product that, is viable on Amazon, that is a huge benefit to have over other people, because really one of my biggest costs is my shipping cost. Otherwise, my profit margins would be somewhere between 67% and 75%, but because of shipping, it almost doubles my costs. It's really expensive to ship, especially air shipping DDP. But now that I started doing sea shipping, it is a little cheaper, but it takes a little longer. So for you guys that are more unexperienced, I definitely recommend sticking with shipping DDP. But anyway, so as you can see, we have a ton of different networks here that you can look through. And, if we just click on United States, for example, let's see what they have here. I don't really know. Let's go and look at, don't really know what to search up for. Let's just do bracelet. If you want to sell bracelets, let's see what they have here. So as you can see, there's a bunch of bracelets here that are all, oh no, these are still made in China. They did not filter it through the United States. So there we go. Here's some products that are being made here. Let's keep looking. And yeah, so these manufacturers that we have here are going to be from the United States and are obviously not going to be affected by Chinese New Year. So you can right away start looking for the product that you want. And by even looking at what's selling hot on the US market will actually also give you a way to do some product research on what's selling in the United States, which is good. And then you can, double check it through Amazon and double check whether that product will be financially viable for Amazon FBA. Now, there's a second resource here. This is thomasnet.com. And here you can find suppliers in the United States. And this is definitely much more beautiful and definitely a lot less sketchy than Alibaba. So if you search up something like rubber, so here you kind of look for somebody who uses the products that you're looking for, and then you have to contact those suppliers and talk to them about whether they can manufacture what it is you want from them. So they're not going to be posting specific products like on Alibaba, but for example, if you contact a rubber manufacturer about making, for example, elastic bands or rubber door stoppers, they could be able to do that for you. So that's kind of how it works here. So Airboss rubber compound, custom rubber mixed with annual capacity, okay, whatever. And anyway, you look through this and then you can find their locations, and you know, obviously the site looks a lot better. You can search them up by their ISO rating. So if you care about that, if you want to advertise their ISO rating, you can do that as well. But so here we go, rubber material supply, right? Distributor of rubber materials for commercial, industrial. Let's see, what else could you possibly do? Rubber, like paper, you know, if you want to sell paper, some kind of paper cups, paper plastics, I mean paper cups, whatever, you can do that as well. And yeah, so guys, being able to use tools other than China for your manufacturing, so other supply chains other than China, is a huge benefit to you, especially in times like this where everybody else is stuck. By you taking advantage of times like this, you are separating yourself from the other plebs who aren't doing that and aren't taking advantage of those features of Alibaba, Thomasnet, and there's a ton of other supply chain networks out there. So these are the two ones that I use. If you can supply from the US and you can get a great price from it, I highly recommend it because you'll save a lot of money on shipping. You'll get things a lot quicker and you'll be able to ship to a warehouse close to them. So your shipping costs are going to be basically nil. So consider that. Look at Thomasnet and, you know, think about it while it's the Chinese New Year. Take a look through these websites because really looking on Alibaba now is kind of a waste of time because they probably won't answer you for another week. I think it is about 6 days they won't answer you for. Okay guys, but this does it for this video. Please like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, leave a comment. If you like the video, if you learned something, definitely hit the like. If you have any video requests, message me, DM me. If you have any questions about Amazon FBA or Shopify, definitely message me. But that does it for this video. Freezies, stay free, and I'll see you guys in the next video.